Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-June 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Pisces collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you got for Pisces, gang? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces. Mid-June, what is the vibe? What's the energy? Talk to me, creepy Alice deck. What do we have here? There you go. She popped out real quick there. So follow the white rabbit. So to me, this really presents in a few different ways. It could be like searching, looking, scouring for something. This could also be a huge card of like omens and hints from the universe. So to me, it's an energy that's in movement. That's for sure. I could tell you that. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So, you know, I mention it every week. I use this deck more of like an intuitive marker type of deal. Follow the white rabbit. I mean, I already mentioned the two main things I was picking up, especially like if you literally see a rabbit in a place that you don't normally do. Some of you, that might be something that pops up where I think of it as a good sign. Whenever I see or hear or think rabbits, I'm like, oh, this is lucky. This is nice. This is good. So spirit could be saying like, hey, Pisces, follow your intuition about something. If you have a really good vibe about it, if you're feeling good about it, just follow that trail. Now, for another portion of you, maybe there's something that's caught your interest. Maybe it's something that's really piqued your curiosity, whether it's a topic, whether it's a person, whether it's a situation. It's like, oh, there's something about this that is very alluring. That's kind of how this feels to me, where it's like, oh, this is curious. I want to know more. So there could be a lot of things sparking that within you in this time. But yeah, keep your eyes open for the signs, synchronicities, and omens, because they could be all over the place, more so than usual here. But yeah, the energy's moving. That's for sure. It's not feeling quite stuck, and it feels pretty lucky. So we're going to leave it at that. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Pisces, gang. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. It was pretty unique. It was titled Here They Come. And the reason it was titled that is there was like almost all court cards. There were tons of people showing up in the spread. So I was saying, even if you're not the most social Pisces, it felt very magnetic. People magnet. Now, that's not an energy that goes away in 1 week. So just know, even over the next couple of weeks, like this person might pop up, then that person might pop up. It's just like I'm pulling things in. And it just felt like a lot of people for whatever reason. So whether you're dealing with group dynamics, family dynamics, work dynamics, we're going to see what shows up this week, though. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Pisces. What do we have just to get us started? What's going on with my Pisces gang? Please. Here we go. Hey, we got our good friend here, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, chilling right there in position number 1. He's got his goblet. He seems pretty happy and content himself. So we're just going to let him chill out by the amethyst. Good vibes there. Let's get a couple more. That's always a good sign when we get one of our power cards, and that is one of the Pisces power cards, that's for sure. Let's get a couple more. 2 of Wands, strategic, planning, watching. Okay. Let's get that tucked in right there. Now we're definitely going to need to explore it, because to me, this feels like energy, like looking at you. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Tower. Okay. I'm not necessarily feeling like this is a bad tower, to be honest with you. And listen, you know I'm an optimistic reader. I don't get like all freaked out by this and the 10 of swords. It's okay. But my first intuitive feel here is like, no, this doesn't really seem too bad. This doesn't, it just seems like it's out of nowhere. Now, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, we have a nice little mixture of stuff. I would say, like, honestly, a lot of this is the Pisces comfort zone, because there's a lot of water here. We got our good pal, the King of Cups right there. We have the Tower. And even though the Tower looks like it's fire and brimstone, that's Scorpio energy. That's one of our fellow water signs signs right there. I'm sure a lot of you have Scorpio placements like myself. So when I see like this energy, I'm like, this doesn't feel too rough here. The only thing that's really piquing my interest now is this fiery Two of Wands in the center, because it's like it's watching, it's like keeping an eye on something. So we'll have to see how this all plays out, and it could be very strategic. So it's like plans, something didn't go to plan. We'll just have to see how it all plays. But let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out. Position number one, we're starting with our good friend there, the King of Cups. So I already mentioned it's a Pisces power card. So in this reading, remember, it's not gender specific. This could represent you. It might show us something that's coming towards you, a way you might be feeling. Love the King of Cups. Now, kings represent control of their respective suit. So as I'm sure a lot of you already know, water, which is our comfort element, is the realm of creativity, imagination, emotions, emotional expression, love. And the King of Cups is usually pretty middle ground and has a good handle on it. It's like pretty controlled in its most positive sense. It also represents the fullest expression of the suit. So like lots of love, not just a little bit. I don't love something just a little. I love it a whole lot when I see the King of Cups. So that's good. But as with all cards, it does have a downside. All those good, stable things I was just talking about, the King of Cups can be the total opposite of that too. So it could be very up and down emotions. It could be someone that very unpredictable, or you don't know how they're feeling. There's like a lot of mystery to it. I don't want to say it's like emotionally manipulative. I'm not even going to walk down that road. The King of Cups can also be someone that's overindulgent a little too much, right? So we'll just have to see. I'm not saying it's definitely those things, but every card has two sides. So we're just going to tuck him in right back by that amethyst. He could chill out. He could keep enjoying his beverage as we talk about the other cards. Now, moving to the center, we have, as I knock the tower to the side, the Two of Wands. Now, to me, all twos in tarot could represent decisions, choices, being at a crossroads. Hey, do I go left? Do I go right? Which one do I do? So for some of you, there could be a decision on the table where you might have to make a choice. This one, to me, not so much though. It's like a fresh new energy, and it's more about strategy and planning. So whenever I see this, it kind of reminds me of the Page of Swords a little bit too, believe it or not. So the fact that it was like chilling right here, looking at the King of Cups, I'm like, oh, okay. And we'll get into more, like you might be under the magnifying glass, either that or someone has some plans up their sleeve that we might want to look at when this card is here. The challenge of it could be indecisive, could be a little confusion, could represent someone that doesn't really know what to do, and it can also be analysis paralysis. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not necessarily feeling one way or the other. To me, it just feels like you have eyes on, which could be very, I mean, it lines up with what I said early on, especially with the reading last week, that certain magnetism, someone could have their eye on you. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Tower, super, super intense. Now, again, Scorpio energy. If you're connected to the Scorpio, if you have Scorpio placements, there it is. But the Tower, to me, just represents shock. Now, I always say not every tower is a bad tower. Sometimes it could be something really great that pops up out of nowhere, especially something with the planning. You weren't planning for it. Yeah, it can represent endings. It could represent things that just definitely don't go according to plan. Shocking. So again, whether it's a situation, whether it's a feeling, whether it's an emotion, whether it's a conversation, it just, boom, it comes in out of nowhere, and it can be good. That's one thing I want you to continue to remember as we go through this reading. Tower is also an extremely karmic card, so it does speak about the cycles of life, change, and this one with the Tower, quick. It's very rapid. It's very fast. So there could be certain things that either come in a lot quicker than you were expecting, where it's like, oh, I just started that and boom, it's like already here. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. It intensifies quickly. So I want to dive deeper on all the Pisces. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Pisces, gang? Please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on Mr. King of Cups. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, King of Cups time. What's it about? What is happening here with that King of Cups? Cool, thank you. Three of Pentacles in reverse. You see, and it's just so odd, because when I see the Three of Pentacles in reverse, obviously it's like, oh, there could be issues with work or group dynamics, but that's not what it feels like to me intuitively. To me, it feels like very private, very solitary, which is like counterintuitive to the energy that we've been seeing for a couple weeks. Because remember, I've been saying it's like people magnet, attention magnet, people looking at you, people hitting you up. And when I see the King of Cups with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, yeah, but I don't really wanna. I don't really wanna. I kind of just want to like it doesn't feel very social. It doesn't feel like it's an energy that's putting itself out there like that. Now, the Three of Pentacles in reverse can also represent something where it's like you could probably handle it alone, where it's like, all right, well, Pisces, you could do this. You don't need to call in the reinforcements. You don't need help. There's something where it's like you got it under control, more control than you think you do. But obviously, watch out for issues with work and business, stuff like that, or people in your circle, because that could be another thing. That could be another reason why people might be coming to you for comfort. Okay, so don't be surprised if in the coming days and weeks, like somebody you're connected to, they might be going through something difficult and they're like, hey, Pisces, can I talk? We need to talk. Can I tell you about this? What would you do if you were in my position? I'm kind of picking that up here, but I also get that very private, not too social type of energy here. So it's odd because it's like you're pulling it in, the energy's coming your way, the energetic potential's there, but it's like, I'm cool. I'm in my bubble. Let's just keep moving. Let's see what's up. So we're going to go in on that Two of Wands. Really want to get to that Tower now. So what is happening with that Two of Wands? Is it planning something? Is it watching something? What's happening there? Please. Quick. Yeah, that energy is just locked on. The energy just feels locked on. I think I used the exact same phrase last week, like, Pisces, there's an energy that's like locked on. So again, it's someone that it's like they're either observing you. It's like, I got my eye on this. Either that or Spirit wants you to keep your eye on someone or a situation where it's like, Pisces, just keep your eye on this. But to me, I feel like for a lot of you, even if you don't know how or who or why, it's like someone or something's got their eye on you. It's like they're watching your moves, they're watching your reactions. That's just how it feels. And it's like, it is locked in because that Four of Swords isn't going nowhere. Right? I mean, we do have the Tower coming up next, but this is a card where it's a 4. It's not moving, it's not doing much, but it is paying very close attention, even if it's not doing anything yet, because remember, we have this Tower coming up next to it. So again, you might be pulling more attention than you're trying to. Keep that in mind. So again, whether it's social, work, family, friends, it's like you're not even trying to get attention, you're not even trying to gain it, but it's still coming your way. That's just how it's really presenting to me. So you could have various things keeping tabs on you, people, and that's just how it feels. Either that or there is someone in particular that Spirit's like, all right, Pisces, you need to keep an eye on this, especially with the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Swords there. It's like, keep an eye on this, Pisces. Let's move in on the Tower. We'll see what that has. Then we'll do a quick recap. Very peculiar. Very peculiar. It's like, I'm watching you, but don't. It's so weird. Let's see what's up with the Tower. Very unique this week, my friends. So why is the Tower here? Thank you. Whoa. Okay. So Devil in the upright underneath this Tower. Talk about conflicting types of energy. So big Capricorn energy right here on the back end. So we have Capricorn, Scorpio, other water signs showing up in this week's spread. Mainly. There's other elements at play too. Now, here's the thing about the Devil. It's not always worst case scenario. You know, listen, I'm always going to tell you, like, if something's really bad, if it's really rough, obviously the Tower and the Devil, that is most definitely a warning. That's like an explosive warning, but it's like a reemergence to me. Like, that's how it feels, because the Devil to me is not something new. So for some of you, it could be just something that flares back up. Tower and the Devil, it's like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. It's like, I'm dealing with this again. I don't know what it could be. And I guess you're going to have to wait and see, but the energy just shows something flaring back up in a big way. So to me, either it's an explosive warning of some kind, especially with the Tower and the Devil, or it's just something where it's like this, it's not new. It's not new, which I think would be good because then you'd know how to handle it. That's the vibe, like Tower and the Devil. It's like, no, you know how to handle this. If there's any energy that could shake this Devil up, it would be the Tower, because that's the thing about the Devil. Yes, it could be addictions. Yes, it could be toxicity. Yes, it could be obsessiveness or jealousy or you name it. But to me, the devil is planted. It's very similar to the Hierophant, where it's like once that devil energy's there, it's under the skin. It's hard to get it to move. The Tower will make it move. That's for sure. If there's any card that could remove this devil energy, it would be the Tower. So now could be a great time for solving long-term issues or things that have been dragging for a while. But I feel like either this is an explosive situation or it's a warning just about it, because like the energy up here seems like it's not really doing much, not really much happening, and then boom, Tower and the devil, everything just flares up out of nowhere. So take that for what it's worth, Pisces. Again, if you're in your little bubble, then you're probably good. But let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. Yeah, that's a little concerning on the back end, but I think it's okay. Position number 1, we have the King of Cups with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, maybe this stuff is like outside influences, because I did say for some of you, there might be someone you're connected to. They could be going through something really difficult. They might need advice, comforting, because I do feel someone like approaching and just like spilling a lot of stuff. And it could be pretty serious. But for another portion of you, I don't feel a very social aspect to this. So even if you are attracting energy in, it's not like you're trying to do it. It's just coming your way. But I get this solitude happening as well. Moving to the center, I have the Two of Wands with the Four of Swords, an energy that is 100% locked in. And even if it's not doing something yet, like the energy it's watching, it's observing. So again, whether this is at work or personal, it's an energy it's definitely keeping tabs. Moving to the back end, we have the Tower with the devil. Boom, reemergence of something like out of nowhere. That's how it feels. So whether it's a person, whether it's a situation from the past, it's just giving me like, here we go again. It's just giving me that vibe here in a very big way. Now could be a good time to address long-standing issues as well. So things you've been dealing with for a while. Because yeah, the devil just doesn't feel new to me here. So again, it's an explosive warning or a situation in general where it's like quiet, 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 kaboom. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What's happening with Pisces, please? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card here at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What is in the shadows for Pisces, gang? Thank you. The Fool card. All right, so that does add a nice little silver lining to the reading, even though it is a shadow card. And we'll talk about a big Aries energy here. That's your zodiacal neighbor. When I see the Fool, I usually think of fresh. I think of new. So with the stuff we were seeing within the reading, be cautious about any new presences that try to come into your life in this time, any new individuals. Not saying that they're all going to be bad, but Spirit might want you to be like discerning about new people that come into your experience at this time. Aside from that, the Fool is very much happy-go-lucky. It's jovial, it's happy, it's lighthearted, so Spirit might want you to go have some fun, do something you might enjoy, especially if you've been dealing with any of the energies we saw within this reading. Spirit's like, listen, Pisces, cut loose a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Now, the only challenge, big shadow side of the Fool card, could be an energy that is a little too unpredictable. It's an energy, and especially with the explosive energy we were seeing within the reading itself, urges, things where you don't think them through, you just do it. Act before you think. Watch out for stuff like that in this time when the Fool card's here. But aside from that, I think it's cool. I think you should enjoy yourself or take time to cut loose. So we're going to leave it at that, Pisces. That's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The June subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The June calendar is open, so you can go check for availability. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments if you could manifest something right now instantly, what would it be? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.